A variable displacement compressor may fail to go in full stroke if the system is undercharged, has a stuck closed or restricted TXV, during low heat load conditions, and if there is a low or high side blockage in the refrigerant lines. If the refrigerant charge is low, there will be insufficient liquid refrigerant to feed the TXV at the required rate. The boiling off of refrigerant in the low side provides the expansion that keeps the low side pressure up at acceptable levels. If the compressor is destroking prematurely or is in full destroke, make sure the refrigerant is fully charged before replacing the compressor. An undercharged refrigerant system will show high side pressure being normal to low, and the low side pressure will be low. When ambient temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and relative humidity is between 30 and 60%, the high side gauge will read between approximately 230 psi and 70 psi. Low side pressure will be below approximately 21 psi. When ambient temperature is 41 degrees Celsius, 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and relative humidity is between 10 and 40%, the high side gauge will read between approximately 260 psi and 140 psi. Low side pressure will be below approximately 25 psi. Before condemning a variable displacement compressor, there are many factors that may cause it to not function correctly. A compressor may fail to destroke due to high ambient humidity loads, condenser failures, stuck open TXV, and if the system is overcharged. If the system is overcharged or there is air in the system, high side pressure will be normal to high and low side pressure will be normal. This condition could be caused by a faulty condenser or engine cooling system, an obstruction blocking airflow through the condenser, and leaking components. When ambient temperature is 27 degrees Celsius, 80 degrees Fahrenheit, and relative humidity is between 30 and 60%, the high side gauge will read between approximately 167 and 295 psi. Low side pressure will be between approximately 21 to 40 psi. When ambient temperature is 41 degrees Celsius, 105 degrees Fahrenheit, and relative humidity is between 10 and 40%, the high side gauge will read between approximately 230 and 440 psi. Low side pressure will be between approximately 25 to 40 psi.